All right. Well, happy Sunday again, guys, or, Monday, Tuesday again, whatever day you guys are watching this. Hope you guys had a great week this last week, had a great weekend. I hope you guys were able to spend some good time with your dads for Father's Day. Hopefully that went well and you guys were able to enjoy the nice weather. So tonight, this week, we've got another teaching of Jesus. We're going to maybe do these another week or so. And then, we'll see, kind of evaluate and look and see. Hopefully by then we'll be able to be together and we'll be able to do some different things, get back on track, things we were doing. But, again, I just wanted to teach on something that I really feel like will hit home for some of you guys. I know that it's probably been a long stretch, a lot going on, and the pandemic and just everything else going on in the world, and everything can very easily weigh on us, right? It can be very easy to just get caught up in everything and just kind of feel weighed down. And whether that's you guys now or whether it's been you guys throughout this time, and maybe you've been great, you've been good throughout it, and nothing's hit yet. And if so, that's great. That's awesome. But we're going to talk in Matthew chapter 11, and it's titled Jesus' Prayer of Thanksgiving. And, it starts off with him praying to God, thanking him for hiding. He says, "Thank you for hiding these things from those who think themselves wise and clever and for revealing them to the childlike. Yes, Father, it pleased you to do it this way. My Father's entrusted everything to me. No one truly knows the Son except the Father, and no one truly knows the Father except the Son, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him." This next part's the part I want us to focus on. So then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart. You will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light." And again, there's a lot going on. And sometimes we may not be physically wore out, physically tired, but sometimes, people just say my spirit just feels heavier, my spirit's tired. Sometimes, as you begin to constantly help people, as we begin to constantly help people and be there for people, sometimes our hearts are weighed down, our souls are heavy. But at the same time, Jesus gives us, he gives us a solution to that, I would say. He begins, "Come to me, all you who are weary and carry heavy burdens." As we begin to be there for people, I know we've talked a lot about, talking with people, talking to our friends, just being there for people, loving others. As you begin to love others, you're going to begin to, you can begin to take on, some of these things that obviously they feel. If I'm loving, if one of my friends is going through some stuff, let's say they've got a death of a family member, I go and I talk to them about that, and I begin to be there for them in that moment. I'm going to begin to take on their emotions a little bit. I'm beginning to feel the emotions maybe they have, not as strong, but I'm still going to feel it a little bit, and it's going to weigh on me. And then I go and talk to another friend, and maybe that friend's got something going on. And as you begin to talk and you're there for your friends, you love on people as we're called to do, we're going to feel some of that toll. We're going to pour out so much that we're going to just, it's going to hit us, we're going to feel empty a little bit. And it says heavy burdens. I love that it says heavy burdens here, because it says, "All of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, I will give you rest." Jesus is saying, come to him. He's going to give us rest. He's going to give us a chance to relax, to recharge, almost like, I mean, I think of it, someone that's going, I think of a little kid, they're going and they're go, go, go all day. And then they get, all morning, and then they get to the afternoon and they're exhausted and they just need a nap. Um, some of us can probably relate sometimes, but they just need a nap. They take that nap and they're refreshed, they're full of energy again and ready to go. So we come to Jesus and we just bring to him what's on our heart. He's going to help us find peace. He's going to help us relax and just find rest in that and rest in him. But then I say the heavy burdens part, because as we go on, he says, take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart. You will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light. And so Jesus is here saying, even, he's like, come to me. I'm going to give you rest. And at the same time, he's saying that he's almost going to switch burdens with us. He's going to help us through this. And as we begin to turn to him and let him take control, things may not all the way go away, but they're still going to be, but it's going to be so much lighter. So I just want to encourage you guys in this time of, it's getting a couple months in, we've been here for a while. I know this last Friday, those of you that made it to the Zoom call, we got to talk about, what school is going to look like this next year and all that. It's going to be everything's just going to be so different. And so I want to encourage you guys, don't get stressed out. Don't feel anxious about any of it. Instead, allow God to be your peace. Find peace in him so that you can help others. We've talked a lot the last couple of weeks about loving others and being there for each other and just loving people. And we can't love people if we don't have, the energy to, really. And the only way really to get the energy is we love on people to continue to come back to Jesus. Once we begin to love on people, come back to him and say, Jesus, I bring this to you. Right? Because if I'm just going to constantly go and love someone, it's just like that visual representation we had my first Sunday here. We've got, we've got the glass of water. If I constantly pour this out and I pour this out to other people and I don't ever fill this up, I'm going to become empty and I'm not going to be any good. But as I fill this up, if I allow the overflow to love people, and even then if I pour it out to others and I go back and fill it up, that's how we do it. He said, like I said, I focused on the heavy burdens because Jesus calls them heavy burdens for us. But then he says, come to me, I will make them light. I will give you these light burdens. So remember this week, as you may get the chance to love on people, I want to challenge you guys and encourage you guys, find moments to love. If you guys are feeling weighed down, if you guys are feeling tired, if you guys are feeling just worn out from everything going on, just remember that you just have to turn to him. Sometimes it's just as simple as, Jesus, I'm tired. Let him know. Let him know. So that's all we've got for this week, guys. I love you. Can't wait till we're back together again. I'm going to close this in prayer, and then that'll be that. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this moment. Thank you for the time we get to spend, even if it is over a screen and through a screen, Lord. I just pray that for all of us that may be tired, that may be wearisome, that may be burdened down, Lord, and weighed down with things, pray that we would find rest in you and find peace in you. Let us just come to you and maybe say something as simple as, I'm tired, Jesus. I'm worn out, Jesus. I need you. I pray that we continue to press on in this time and look forward to the times we get to be together again. I pray. Amen.